So how's it going, everybody? My name is Aero and welcome back to yet again another Zombies Top 5 video, where in this one we do the top 5 bows in Eisendrache. Now before all you small peasant haters come in and say, but there's only 5 bows in the map, Aero, this video is gay as AIDS, just shut your damn mouth and let me do the video. This is all my opinion. You're all entitled to your own opinion of what order your bows go in. So what we'll be going by in this video is basically what I prefer to use on a scale of 1 to 5 and the overall power of each bow. So as always, before we get into the video, be sure to leave me a damn like down below on this video. And without a further ado, let's get right into it. Coming in at my number 5 spot is the Wrath of the Ancients, and you know, it can't honestly be anywhere else in this list because it's the primary version and the pre-upgraded bow, and honestly it can't beat the power of all the other 4 bows. I made it number 5 for a specific reason, and that is because it has no true power past round 15, and even going into the rounds of 10 onwards, this bow is still hard to get kills with at some points because it just knocks the zombies down. Like, it's kind of got the effects of PhD flopper, but it does nothing to them. But no more negativity about this bow. The bow is the key to have in order to start your high rounds quest, or basically any high round strategy, and you'll need this bow anyway to get you any upgraded bow. And personally, I wish this bow had some sort of minor power instead of just an explosive drop. It's a great addition to Eisendrache for sure, and it is so fun to use. And I forgot one thing in the game, whether it be public or with your friends, I guarantee you that everyone will always try and get this done as early as possible to get this bow, by the way, because everyone wants the bow. But enough of that bullshit, let's go and talk about my number 4 spot. For my number 4 spot, I have the fire bow, or the magma bow, or the spitfire bow, the I don't even care bow. This thing is honestly the worst bow to upgrade out of all 4 bows that you can choose to upgrade. And all you haters can drop a big hate bomb bigger than Nagasaki, but it will never change my overall thoughts on this bow. It has such a tedious upgrade process that could take you rounds and rounds to complete unless you can get that fireplace step well executed in one single attempt. And if you can, a major round of applause is granted to you, because fuck this bow, dude. I personally have upgraded this once in my entire lifetime, and well, technically a second time for this video, but only for your entertainment. The fire bow deep down is a disappointment. The ability it provides you with the rock and the molten lava, all it does is sometimes knock the zombies down, and it'll just train reaction to about 4 or 5 zombies, and that's it. It will not go after any zombies like the lightning bow does, but it just tries to look appealing. The bow looks nice, but the fire bow, man, could have so much more potential, and they still had to make this bow the worst upgrade for it. It's kind of like the wind bow in Origins. If it had the same effects as the fire star from Origins, I'd be much more happier. This bow would probably come close to first or second on my list. But enough of this shit. Just we won't talk about this. Just don't get this bow when playing co-op or solo. It's definitely not worth it. And now we shall move on into my number 3 spot. For my number 3 spot, we have the wolf bow, which is the sad of the sad, and that's the King's Wolf. But now the wolf bow is definitely the easiest bow to upgrade. And honestly, if you're going to do that bow upgrade on round 3, which is now patched because Vondi and Blundell the Dicks patched it, so now you can't get a bow on round 3, so there's no point watching those videos. Choose the wolf bow or the lightning bow to do that, but you can't do it anyway. But stepping away from that stuff, the wolf bow is a unique kind of bow, or else its power I really do not understand. It seems that it has a wind element as well as a slow down element towards it as well, which, you know, isn't the best way to kill zombies, but it's like Thunderwall but in a bow form, and it's actually pretty good. It could come in at number 2, but I believe that many zombie players really do enjoy making this bow and using it. Some people even use it for high rounds, as I just said. There are many big YouTubers. I'm pretty sure Lagan did it for his first attempt, but do not ask me how they do it. There must be a fairly big technique to it and getting it a lot more powerful than it originally is. But the wolf bow has a story to it also, guys. If you didn't know, I covered a video about it on my channel, and if you want to watch it, I'll leave it down in the description for you guys to go have a look. So if you want a quick bow to upgrade or to use at lower rounds, think of this bow straight away and just enjoy yourself. This bow should take you around 3 rounds, I believe, to finish. But for now, we'll just move straight into my number 2 spot. Now, for my number 2 spot, it's a bow that I've used a few times and I've had such a good experience with it, and that is the Void Bow. And although its upgrade steps are quite a handful of pins, the end result is actually a quite delicate and powerful bow. And using this bow correctly can actually work like the Storm Bow, but slightly less of power and has a shorter duration compared to the Storm Bow. And it isn't really seen to be used at the higher rounds for zombies, as the skulls, they tend to just disappear very quickly. But honestly, if you and your friends want to use bows that will get you to high rounds, work together in creating this bow and the Storm Bow by combining the damage between the two, and the zombies will die very quickly. Also, there are some issues with this bow during upgrade steps or just using this bow at all, and that is, it's quite a pain if you accidentally shoot a single or a full charged portal shot, and one of the skulls will just go for a zombie that's nearby if you're just trying to use that zombie for a step for an Easter egg, or you're trying to keep the Easter egg for a step. I know when we were doing the Easter egg, we were trying to kill the Panzer, and my friend, he used the bow and he shot it at the Panzer and went straight for the zombie that I was trying to look after. But surely it should not be so much of a worry to you guys. But I must say, the Void Bow is merely almost a replica of the Marastagua, just it's got less of the power, and you will definitely need to try this bow out if you haven't already. It is much better than the Fire Bow. Do not ever use the Fire Bow. Just get the hang of its power. Now, no more haters. Please be seated. You're about to agree with me on my number 1 spot, so do not give me toxic hate that will drive a meme like Pepe into depression. But for now, let's do this number 1 spot. And now for my number 1 spot, we have the best of the best of the best, and another one, the ultimate bow of the Eisendrache. And oh boy, you just met your high rounds guidance for the map, and this, without it, you won't achieve a no high rounds. Blundell will prevent you from doing this unless you pick up his miracle of a bow, which would be the Storm Bow. My number 1 spot is, as you've just heard, is the Storm Bow, and let me tell you, this bow shits on the Ice Staff or the Ul's Arrow from Origins, and I do not know how people actually used the Ice Staff to even get to high rounds. It was actually really bad. I hated when the zombies would freeze and they could actually still hit you. I don't know whether that was a glitch or not, but the tornado, the electric tornado, will eat zombies instead of freezing the sons of bitches too. The Storm Bow, or whatever you want to call it in Apothicon, nobody calls it in that language anyway. But for this beautiful masterpiece, come on, you know everybody is going to use this for high rounds, and everybody in public games races to that wind vane on top of the castle next to the death ray and shoots the arrow to grab the part. And it's just funny because every time I play on public match, everyone just races there as soon as they've got the bow, just so they can get the lightning bow and go for it. Just be OP pretty much. And they should really recognize other bows as well and just watch other tutorials, because going for one single bow is just ridiculous. You really need to know how to do the other bows. The Storm Bow, though, it's a complete power. It's a masterpiece. No man has ever seen before this weapon that's so overpowered, like electric tornado that will rip up zombies, better than the Ragnarok trap wheel by throwing them up in the air. And also, yeah, this thing can kill the Panzer fairly quickly too, and it will make it bob in the ground. It's retarded, I don't know. And if you don't agree with my number 1 spot, then please do not talk to me or even say that the Fire Bow should be the number 1 spot, because you're far from right. Because your comment will be invalid, and I probably will not approve your opinion. I'll just call you a piece of shit if you say that. But that is basically my number 1 spot. And thank you guys for today's video. If you enjoyed this video and you just want to see more top 5s, then be sure to like the video down below. And if you're new to my channel and haven't yet subscribed, then be sure to do so right now. I'm warning you, please subscribe, hit that red button, do whatever. But for now, have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.